Today we are making a beautiful Magnolia piece using colors I'm actually not that comfortable with. It's such an intricate and detailed piece, but the techniques behind it are unbelievably simple. We will use some stencils and a few bold brush strokes to make this one, so stick around until the end to see the final result. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. What we've done recently, we've painted some animals, we've painted fish, some collages. I don't think I can survive any longer without some flowers. I'm going to do something different. I am going to recycle an old canvas. I'm sure lots of us have canvas that, you were not too happy with in the end, and this is one of those. Covered it with gesso, it's already textured, so the only thing I can do with canvas like this is add more texture and create some 3D effects. Summer holidays, I want to make it super easy. So if you are not the person who enjoys hours of painting with a brush, that's exactly for you. And everybody can do it. Any level. I bought some new stencils, so I'm pretty excited about it. I bought stencils of magnolias and lavender. I picked some random colors that I thought would go nicely with the theme. So I'm applying it randomly. So we've got magenta, pink blush, phthalo blue and Payne's grey, but this might be too dark. I don't know. I really like Payne's grey. I very rarely use it. Oh, it's so dark. Why did I go for such dark colors? I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to add a bit of this blush to places because accidentally we got very dark. I do have those clay tools and I can make some leaves for later. Whoa, that's so light. That's creating some mess. Okay, that's probably enough. Let's try palette knife. I'm really curious. Oh, I like that explosion. That's cool. Wow. Dragging the colors from the middle. There's no right or wrong. I've ordered a new stencil. I don't want to use it as it is. So, what I'm going to do, you might disagree here with me, but I am going to separate those two. Just looking at where's a safe place. No choice but to cut that through like this. Now it's going to be easier for me to put it in places and I can really decide which sections goes where. Also, I've added a little bit of gold, just smeared a little bit of gold here. You can only see it at an angle. I could use one of those very, very small stencils. That's possible. I could do that first. I want to mix Payne's grey with sky blue. Why am I mixing it? Because I want it a little bit darker. Of all the little stencils I have, these are probably my absolute favorites. I'm going to do this. I'm not applying a thick layer. Let's leave it. I am going to repeat it in other places, maybe lighter this time. So now this is going to be really visible. I could use a sponge. Nice. I like some ghost images in the background. Because it's all flat, I'll definitely apply my magnolias on top. Now I added phthalo green because I do want some green. I'm looking for those round brushes, they're really good. Oh, that's very, very light. Maybe a bit too much. Sticky. Okay. That's it. And I think what's missing now is a couple of those strands of greenery like this. We've got plenty of blue and pink, but we don't have any green ones. So I am adding them with a brush. Why not? Remember, we can do whatever we want. Alright, so I used my heavy gesso and I added some sky and some cerulean. I very rarely use cerulean, such a beautiful blue. Anyway, oh, nice. I love the colors. Okay, I am applying the other one here. Now I've got the mixed paste from before. Okay. This stencil is probably my favorite. I'm not even taping it. Yes, yes, okay. Okay. Time to figure out which parts of the background I want to preserve. I want to spray some color around the edges. I've got some leaves, I've got dried leaves and I've got fresh leaves. And it would be nice to use blue tack because I can peel it off. I'm going to use these, nice and soft, and I can cover lots of the background. Where am I attaching them? I've got some spray paint that's really, I want to say heavy duty, but very powerful nozzles. So I don't want the leaves to fall off and fly everywhere. If you're wondering what type of leaves these are from Beech Tree. I was looking for something that's soft and nice and shapely. Now bits of tape as well. I really don't want to see some nasty edges. I've also got a couple of these. They're very, very flimsy stencils. I can only use this corner. I wish it was bigger and we didn't have those sharp edges. I'll put this on, spray one color, and then I'll put the tree on and spray the other color. That's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I can't take you with me, but I'll explain everything once I'm back. Okay, now I have to show you my choices. I used the light pink, deep pink, and then in the corners I sprayed a little bit of cream. In my mind, I was just imagining some beautiful colors. Ooh. Whew. Wow. Look at this beauty. Okay. Oh no, how nice. They are so cute. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's what I was worried, that we are not going to have, we are going to have some edges, but I'll have to figure out how to make it look nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to extend some of those ones into the beautiful light background. And don't forget, we don't even have the magnolias. I wasn't trying to spray here, so the whole inside, this mid part is intact. Yeah, we've lightened it up. Magnolias are ready. I'm covering with the tape what I don't want to see now. Heavy gesso, magenta, pink blush, that's it. I added lots of tape here because I do have heavily textured background. I'm going to risk it anyway. Some white on top. Trying to apply a lot because I do want it to be thicker than those leaves, you know. If I have to make some more, then it could be very messy, this one. Okay, and the clay tools might be useful for tidying these up. I don't mind those thicker edges here. This partition was the only one that was bothering me, I think. And I am painting some of the edges using medium magenta. My magnolias should be darker here. Also, I might add a couple more flowers because this is all dry, so I can position the other ones anywhere I want now. This painting is super busy, so we are not actually focusing in one place. It's very colorful and that distracts me. So I mixed some warm beige, greyish, I would say greyish beige, greyish beige, touch of raw amber, white, bit of magenta, bit of Payne's grey, and I'm going here. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I need to fade something down, if that makes any sense. I'm sure you haven't seen me doing anything like this before, but there's always a first time. Now I'm thinking, is it possible to use a hairdryer on it? I'm very tempted. You know how I love my hairdryer. Ready? Okay, so what is this? This is called a muddy fade. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm thinking the same. That's not the end. The purple was annoying me. I sprayed some blue, light blue and grey. Ooh, now I'm liking it. I think the flowers are seen much, much better now. I realized I didn't add any stems because I thought I'm going to use some stencils later. But you know what? It's going to be way easier using my paste for the stems. So that's probably a better idea. And that's it. And I might flatten it later on a little bit. They do tend to be quite gnarly like this. I can't just add sap green or vermilion. It's going to look horrible. So what I did, I mixed a little bit of yellow ochre, turquoise, and I added it to this mushroom grey. And we've got this olive, and I think it's going to be good for the stems, for the branch. Well, I want to say the branches. And that's a really nice shade. Well, there we are. Please let me know what you think of this one in the comments. The algorithms like it a lot. Even if you put an emoji, the algorithms like it much better, and it really helps my videos reach more people. Please don't forget to check out my Patreon for extended versions of my tutorials, and if you'd like to own this colorful piece or any other of my original art, head over to my website abcreativeofficial.com. I am on holiday, but you can still book my pieces. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye bye!